Tipping it right in front, loose in front, but Pager not able to find a teammate. Giugiano, long shot off the crossbar, excuse me, right post. Wilson in front, good save again by Mertz, and it'll end up out by the far right dot. Stolen back by Blackfalds. They'll head up the boards and through center, crossing the red line, taking it right in. A couple nice moves, takes it to the corner, but ends up running into a physical defenseman in Halley. Blackfalds setting up, taking it back behind the goal now. That one's on the stick of Copeland, but he'll send it a tad too far. It'll go all the way down into the Bulldog zone. Chipping it along the boards. The Bulldogs try and break out. They'll try along the left side. This one will be picked up by Bjorkman, who takes it into the corner. Finally a shot in on Charrois. Rebound as well, but nice pad save by the goaltender, who's going to cover that one right up, and we'll get a quick face-off in the offensive zone of the Bulldogs. As Blackfalds quickly gets it back and tries to get a break out of their own once again. Engelkiss with the steal. Meredith going in to help him. They'll end up chipping over the stick of Engelkiss, and now heading the other way is Austin Borgard, who's going to rip it right off the stick of an Oilers defender and into the corner. The Bulldogs with it now at the neutral zone, charging in with it. That's Matthew Ron, who's going to take it to the goal. Has a man in front. He'll shoot. He'll score. As that'll be the first goal of the preseason. Dean Toskos coming in on the rush from Ron and burying it. And that'll be a power play goal as well for the Bulldogs. They'll pass it across the zone, back up high. Ends up on the stick of Porter, who ends up chipping it into the opposite corner for Engelkiss. Spinning shot by Meredith, stolen by Engelkiss. He'll fire it across the crease. It's still loose. They're pounding at the door, and they'll score. The Oilers tie it 1-1. And I believe that one will end up going to, trying to figure out who that was. Dumping it along the boards. Ryder denies. Picking it up. Will end up back behind the goal. Broden trying to pinch on that one, but it may not have gone his way. They'll walk in. It'll be a nice save by Charrois, and the defender nearly put it in as well. Cronwit goes into battle with Austin Doyle. Up high, walking in, high slot, he'll shoot and score. That one a blast off of the stick of Trystyn Sydor. And just like that, it only took around 2 minutes, but the Bulldogs took their lead right back, 2-1. Where it'll be picked up by Declan Bowmaster. Long shot, misses by the left post, back behind the net again. Copeland goes into chase. Getting some help from Cormier, stolen back by the Oilers. Cormier continuing to fight. Bulldogs get it back, spinning shot, and a nice little grab by Charrois. Able to stop the rebounds and pushing and shoving afterwards as well. He'll win it up high, passing it across the zone. Calabria loads up, tipped in front. It might be loose. I'm not sure where that puck ended up. Jumping on top of it was Carson Mertz, who ended up just spiraling out. Denies, picking it up, passing this one to Goudreau, who hits Lisica on the jump here. 3-on-2. McCann loads up, blocked in front. Now a chance the other way for the Bulldogs. Juan Copeland jumping on his horse. 2-on-1, passes it in front. Nice little toe drag right in on goal. And a beautiful backhand from Declan Bowmaster. 3-1 for the Bulldogs. In the corner. Ends up getting the steal. Passes it all the way up to Samper, to the corner now. In front, Meredith fires, loose still. Trying to find it again there was, I believe, Nate Porter, but he couldn't quite get there in time. And now the Bulldogs once again heading the other way. Passing this one all the way up to Accardi, but just a tad too far past his stick. Cronwit passes this one up, finds Bruce. Bruce passes it in front, tipped by Cronwit. Ends up loose still, but it'll be picked up by Avodens, and a huge open ice hit from Jacobson ends up connecting with Toskos. Now heading the other way, Bruce in on goal with Cronwit, tries to find him. It ends up loose, and we'll see a quick whistle here as I think the net was knocked off its bearings. It'll end up high with Denies. Weeb walking across the blue line. He'll leave this one for Denies. Pass it across. Wilson fights to try and keep control of the puck. He'll get dumped back below. Weeb tries to hit Wilson, hits Pager instead. Pad saved by Mertz. Spinning pass, Denies once again trying to put it on goal. There'll be a massive play here for the Bulldogs as they push their way in. They'll shoot and score, beating Louis Felix Charrois on the rush after there was a big spill in the corner. Multiple Oilers were down, which led to that 3-on-1, I believe. He's going to dodge through a few defenders as well, but ends up losing it. McCann picking it up. Calabria in front, but one too many passes on that one as it ends up back in the corner. Stolen right back, though, as Lusica back with McCann now, passing it across the zone. Goudreau with a chance, took two shots, in front again. McCann couldn't put it on goal, and the Oilers will have to start again from the corner. Passing this one to Wilson. Brett Wilson pushing through the offensive zone, passing it across to Pager, who will bobble the puck. Pager back up high to Broden. Broden across the zone, Calabria tipped in front, and an excellent pad save by Mertz. And Pager ends up trying to find Calabria, but it's picked off. Bruce with the steal, he'll shoot and score. Aiden Bruce with an excellent play right in front of the net, and he'll shoot it right by the glove of Carson Mertz. And now with 10:27 remaining in the third period, the Oilers are only down by 2. Weeb, who's back on the ice after taking that heavy hit along the boards just a few minutes ago. Jacobson, Wilson, right in front. Puck still loose. Pager trying to jump on it. Meredith will be the first one to find it. Sending it around the boards, finding Weeb, who walks it back up high. Jacobson walks in, passes it across to Meredith. Back across again. Fired by Weeb, but he'll miss the net on it. Passing it across the zone again. Weeb, Jacobson winds up, fires, putting it into the corner. Weeb again with it. Pager thinks about who to send it to. Weeb again, right in front, Meredith off the post, and it'll be Pager's again in the corner. Back up high, Jacobson walks in, fires, tipped off a defender and just wide of the net. Jacobson trying to find it in the corner, and it'll be picked back up by the Oilers at center, and that'll do it for the power play. Pager walks in with Wilson, tries to hit him from behind, but he couldn't quite figure out where his teammate was, and now Blackfalds heading the other way. They'll leave this one for Copeland, who tries to take the odd angle shot, but hits the shoulder of Charrois. Trying to find it along all the Oilers defenders. It'll end up chipped back up high. Dimitrov ends up losing the puck, and now McCann's going for a run. All alone, walking in on the goaltender, tries to go for the pad, but he could not beat the goaltender. And McCann will go for a spill afterwards. And now it'll be picked back up by Meredith and sent across the zone. Goudreau and Jelkis passing it across, tipping it off a stick and off the crossbar. It's still loose. The goaltender's inside the net. You don't see that too often as he had to reach around the post. And some shoving afterwards will happen as well. He'll end up in the corner, and they're just going to pin it along the boards here. Oilers get it loose, but it'll be quickly jumped back on top of. And that will do it for the beginning of the BCHL preseason. The Oilers fall 4-2 here at home against Blackfalds as some pushing and shoving will occur after the whistle here.